Double salute on the Black Goose TV family side of the game. As always, man, you already know what it is. Fluence is up in the building. Hopefully, y'all having an absolutely amazing day. I'm back at it again with some Fluence boxing news. And we have a very particular topic, one that, you know what I'm saying, me personally, I don't ever mind talking about. I don't ever mind putting it out there to the people because it's crazy, man. I was kind of thinking to myself, man, time really flies. Like time moves, man. If you don't take a second to like, people always talk about smell the roses or, take in everything. You really won't understand how shit moves until like 2 years later type shit, 3 years later when you like, damn, like something comes out, nostalgia. And you be like, man, I remember during that time. You be like, God damn, 2 years really moved by. So that's how I kind of see with the Big Baby, situation. I remember I was so high on Big Baby, man, like 2, 3 years ago. Like this was my guy, my favorite fighter. Like, and I still support him, but it's just crazy, man, where you can be and then where you can go to in a matter of a couple years, 3 years in this world, especially, if shit don't really work in your favor. Now, I'm not saying he's in a bad spot because he's still making money. He's doing what he loves. He's actually on top of the world compared to most of us out here. Most of us is clocking in, doing shit we don't really want to do, but, like we there for the check. My guy, Big Baby Miller, man, he's had, two or three stories where, he's abused his power. You feel me? He's broken the rules. He's done the wrong thing, and he still got another chance. And so a lot of people do not like him because of that, because we understand in the real world, we don't get that many chances. It's one and done. You feel me? You fuck up one time, it's hard for you to come back from it. So, Big Baby Miller's still in a good situation. He's doing something that he loves, and he's getting paid to do it. And he's able to feed his family and himself. But even with all of that being said, it's just so amazing how, he's in the position that he's in now where he's saying, I plan to fight every month, shake off the rust and get back to where I need to be. So if he's planning to fight every month, he's not going to be getting paid like that for none of these fights. Obviously he has a long-term view, or he's looking at the future where it's like, yo, let me get back in shape. Let me feel like where I'm confident enough where I can fight a top 10 opponent so I can put my name back up there, with the big guys, with the promoters and all that type of stuff, talk my shit. And, I can have a couple of controversial big name fights so I can get some big paydays because I know that's what he's gearing toward. I know he's like, yo, all this little shit is cool, but I still have enough of a name behind me where if I do the right things, I stay on course and get myself back into the previous shape I was in, I can most likely get a fairly big name in the top 10, maybe even a couple of those fights where I can get paid some good money and make sure that I don't walk away from boxing on some bullshit, right? So that's kind of how I see it, right? But even with that being said, it's just it's a crazy scenario. It's crazy how all this shit falls together because I don't wish nothing but the best for Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that we're in and I've said this a million times when it comes to covering videos, when it comes to Big Baby, we're in a position right now in the heavyweight division where someone like a Big Baby Miller will definitely shake some things up. But like at the point he is in his career, how much he has to come back from, and then what he has to get to in order for him to be elite again. I see him as a much, much, much lower scale Derek Chisora, where there's no shot at Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is a legend. He's probably going to be looked at as a legend from where he is in the UK. But when you look at us American fans, on the latter part of his career, obviously Chisora loves to fight. He's taking big fights because he gets big money, but also it's like he stands little of no chance. I'm not saying that's the case with Pulev, but I can see Big Baby Miller kind of taking that type of realm where once he does feel like he's back in shape and he feels like he can compete with some of them top 10, top 15 guys, he'll most likely take fights that you wouldn't expect him to take, especially before the suspension, because he was kind of the big name or the big guy on campus. But he'll take fights. We're like, okay, why, like, Big Baby Miller versus Kubrat Pulev. Like I can see that happening, right? In the future. I can see Big Baby Miller versus Joe Joyce happening. I can see Big Baby Miller versus Charles Martin happening. Big Baby Miller versus Andrew Ruiz. Like these fights where majority of them were like, he's probably gonna lose because he's just been out of the game too long and he hasn't been consistently fighting at that level. But we're gonna tune in to watch either one to see him lose, two to see how bad he looks, or three to see if possibly he can shock us. So there are fights out there that he can get where he can make a significant amount of money and make sure he's straight. The only problem that I see about it is like it's just not a problem, but it's to me it's like it's crazy how the world works, because at one point he was on the top of the world where he can choose whatever he wants, and now most likely he's gonna have to settle with having maybe one or two, relatively well-known fighters fight against him, probably take the L and just go away with that bag and probably be a journeyman for the rest of his career, or just make enough on small shows where when he's ready to retire, he's okay with it. And that's just crazy how the world works where that's the case. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? So that's what's going on, man. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of this article. We're not going to go too crazy into it, but I'm interested to see if he says anything about his plans for the future. By the way, I'm starting to change it up a little bit. Y'all see, I'm saving the, like and subscribe for the middle of the video. You feel me? So I don't know y'all. We're getting right into the boxing now. So by the way, if y'all got this far, it don't make no sense at all. If you ain't like the video below, you feel me? And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, if you're not part of the motherfucking Black Goose TV family, if you ain't notification gang, if you ain't commenting, that don't make no sense, man. Just do whatever you can in the case of just, making sure you engage with the people, engage with the channel, man. Show some love, man. I ain't no punk nigga. I ain't no soft nigga, man. Like, talk your shit. I don't give a fuck what you got to say, man. Just, what I'm saying? Put it below. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this article. Let's see if they can tell me something that I don't know. Or maybe they just, regurgitating everything that I already told y'all, Black Goose TV family. So let's go ahead and go down to the bottom where he actually said something in regards to his future. I look forward to getting back in the ring July 23rd. So he's going to be fighting at the end of this month. Interesting. Miller said of his stateside return, the plan is to fight every month, shake off the rust, and get back to where I need to be over the next few months. Big Baby is back. We are really excited to be back in Murfreesboro. I know where that is. That's in Tennessee. Said Mac Young, TriStar Boxing CEO. That has to do with Triller. So if you guys don't remember, actually, Big Baby Miller, his first initial comeback fight was supposed to be with Triller. Something happened. It got postponed. So apparently that's what he's ended up doing it. But anyways, this will be our 7th event at home and 3rd at the Embassy Suites. Riddell has been training extremely hard. He's ready for the rematch. He determined a division-long defeat. So that's in reference to the TriStar Boxing card that's going to be coming on with Keith Riddell Mays, 12-1, 11 KOs against Knoxville's Jaden Booth. But apparently Jarrell Big Baby Miller will also be on that card. The 33-year-old Miller traveled to the Mid-South for the first time in his 13-year pro career. He has not fought anywhere in the States since November 2018. So it's going to be his first fight back in the States. Now, do they say who's going to fight? That's the question. I don't see it. And I want to go back to this agenda hearing because I'm happy they re-put this up because a lot of people didn't talk about this. I lost my wife. I lost my home. I lost my career, Miller noted. Now I'm in court fighting to be with my son. Financially, I'm required to pay legal fees. It's bigger than boxing. It means being there for my son and my mother. So he plans to be back at the end of this month on a TriStar card. They don't have who he's facing as his opponent. So most likely it'll be somebody we never heard of, which I don't have a problem with. If he's saying he's going to fight every month, then most likely we're going to see him against opponents that we don't know about. And we probably can't say anything seriously about his career, what his trajectory is going to be probably until the end of this year to see how he looks, if he's got back in shape, and if he's dropped the pounds. He claimed in his last fight where he came in at 341, he didn't even train for it. He's eating whatever the fuck he wanted. 2 weeks out, he got the fight, and he said, let's do it. We'll see how true that is, man. We'll see how true that is, man. I just want to give y'all Jarrell Big Baby Miller update, or maybe this was just for myself. You feel me? Maybe I did this for me. So whatever the case may be, if y'all got this far in the video, man, show some love, man. Like the video below, subscribe to the channel. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed, never stressed. And as always, on all sports nigga side of the game, I'll be back. But we changed it up.